Hey everyone, this is Gleb Bakhmutov, and today I'll show an example where the text inside the username div could be one of the two variants. For example, in half of the cases it will be Joe Smith, and in another it will be @Joe123. So imagine we're working on a website and we are showing either username or a display name, and we don't know which one it will be. So we have to check if the text is one of the two variants. And I love using site_contains command. We give a selector. In this case, it's an ID user, but we don't know which text to put there because we need to check both. My first inclination would be to write a regular expression. So right here, I could do something like, okay, this is either Joe Smith or @Joe123. I believe it's like this. Okay, so now no matter which variant it shows, it finds the right element. Unfortunately, it's not as easy to write regular expression if a value that you're checking, let's say at Joe123, is a variable and not hard-coded literal. Now you have to construct regular expression from a string and it becomes kind of unwieldy. So you can say new regex, and here you have to give a template literal, and instead of this you have to include a variable username and close the constructor. And now it's becoming a little bit hard to read. What are we doing, right? We're constructing alternative text variants regular expression. So what I prefer doing in this situation is to create a chain of query commands where we can get the element, okay? And by the way, I love using scikit and should have text assertion, for example, Joe Smith, because if that element is not found, right, it gives me a better error. So in this case, it did not find the text, but it did find the element, right? So it found the element, the text was incorrect. So this is better than using contains with, let's say, text, because now you don't know if the element is not there or the text is incorrect because it just says not found. Okay, so we're gonna find the element, that's a query, it will be retried. We can invoke the jQuery text method, that's a query, it will be retried, and we get a string. And in this case, we can say should be one of, that's a built-in chai expression or assertion, and we can give a list of values that this text string could be. And now notice how it retries, okay, until it passes, and either Joe Smith or @Joe123 is one of the two allowed values. And here we can use the variables really easily, okay, and it's easy to read. If you want, you can also invoke, for example, to lowercase method just to normalize strings if you don't care about the case. Also a query. So all these three query commands will be retried until the assertion either passes or the scikit times out. You can find this recipe and lots more recipes on my Cypress examples website. I'm gonna link it in the description of this video.